These two quick fixes could be a tremendous leap in your gratitude and your well-being in your life. And I feel it's something we so often neglect, even though we know deep down inside that it's something that we should be doing, because I'm tired. Now, new question, why am I tired? Keep going till you find a solution. You'll find out that most of the time the solution is doable by your own hands. You're tired because you didn't. I'm going to need a moment to think about this one. I want to give you guys a truly good answer, not just something off the top of the head. Welcome back to another episode of the Botea podcast. In today's episode, the guest is going to be me. So, if you've been around here, you know we're going to get some good, deep, thoughtful ideas today. And today I'm going to be talking about something that should be talked about more and I feel isn't getting enough press in today's world. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can expect consistent episodes. I've been consistent for 15 weeks. So, road to 100 subscribers. If you'd like to see more episodes like this, make sure to subscribe. I'll go and I want to make more thoughtful pieces like this on the channel as well. More book content because I'm an author and want to continue doing that and whatnot. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about an extremely important topic, which I think is the hidden secret to gratitude that is not present today in society. And I feel it's not present anywhere. And I feel these two quick fixes could be a tremendous leap in your gratitude and your well-being in your life. And I feel maybe they're simple, but most people don't know them. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And before I get into the most important topic, I just want to start by the best way to start your day is what you do the night before. So this is very simple. Just get good sleep. I know it doesn't sound like an expert opinion or anything crazy, but that's all you really need to do. So what I've been doing is I've been journaling lately, and I've been tracking exactly when I've been waking up and going to bed. So track that for yourself and see what time you're going to bed and when you're waking up. Because we either sleep in 75-minute cycles or 90, I'm not too sure what it is, but try to get your 8 hours in, and what really matters is the consistency. And this can be really hard, I know, if you're working a job and you have to wake up early. For example, I wake up at 6 a.m. and shout out Zach in university. I was doing that too because he was motivating me to go work out at the gym. Should be doing that more honestly now, but make sure to get your sleep because it's something we so often neglect, even though we know deep down inside that it's something that we should be doing. We don't do it. We wake up in the morning feeling drowsy from our poor decision of going to bed late the night before. You're probably watching this, and I know you didn't really have a great night's sleep, and that's maybe why you've thought about this. But just go to bed a little earlier. Each day, try to push 30 minutes earlier and then more and more. And then eventually, it'll be much better. For example, in university, it was quite bad. I was going to bed very late, but now I've been adjusting because I need to wake up at 6 a.m. And just try to get in bed before midnight. Hours you get in bed before midnight are very crucial to you. You need to get your REM sleep in. And try to beat your record each day, just a little by little. Make sure it's sustainable, because if you're beating it by an hour, let's be honest, you're not going to end up going to bed at 6 p.m. So yeah, just go to bed early. So for example, I try to get in bed at around 9, 10. currently the earliest I've gone to bed in 3 or so months, statistically, because I've tracked it all down for the past 3 months, on and off, but the journaling was 9:51 p.m. So just keep that in mind. The earliest I've gone to bed is 9:51 p.m. So our brain can have higher expectations about what we believe is possible, and we don't know until we put it forth into action. So make sure to go and track yourself, because you need to be realistic. This needs to be something feasible that you're doing, because it's great if you say you want to go to bed at 8 p.m., but are you going to? I said that too. I write morning entries and then I say, I'd like to do this and this, but it doesn't matter if you don't act upon it. So even if you think you're going to go to bed early tonight, you probably won't. So at least just track it and then set a realistic goal for that. And now here's the next big thing I want to speak about. This goes with work. This goes with school and all sorts of stuff. A simple mindset shift that you can do to bring enormous gratitude into your life is to make what every person finds the worst into something you enjoy. What does that mean? Specifically, Mondays. Everybody dreads Mondays. So go into the Monday thinking this is the best day of the week. That's what I like to do. I like to say Monday is the best day of the week. It's a new opportunity, because glory to God, Jesus Christ, we've been given the opportunity to live another day on this earth. And imagine you've been given this whole new. So if you're waking up on Monday, you're alive. So how can you be sad about that? So over time, I think it's been about 2 weeks, I've started being grateful for Mondays. And this truly has changed, because you can see other people are really taking a toll by Monday, because over the weekend, they're just dreading it to happen. But you can change that right now. You watching this can change that, because it's all in the mind. It sounds super simple, just like, as I said, just going to bed a little earlier and tracking it. But it's all you need to do. Sometimes the hidden lesson in life that you're looking for is right in front of you. And sometimes you can be too ignorant to take it in. From personal experience, I can say the same thing about myself. Are your grades not doing well enough? Just study more. That's exactly what it does. Shout out Abby from high school. He taught me this. I just did my physics homework every day and got 97 physics, because he helped me. And I also, you can notice that with the gym as well. Find like-minded peers who can help you achieve this. But anyways, even if you don't like Mondays now, trick your brain into liking it. And this goes with other hard subjects, but let's stick with Mondays for now. Okay? Because the more that I think about it, when you see everyone being upset about Monday, why? What is there to be upset about, We've woken up, we've gotten the chance to a new day. Why would you be upset that you've been given a new day to live? Is it because of the things you have to start doing on Monday, because you have to start doing these obligations? Do you feel these obligations are tying you down and you're lacking a certain sense of freedom from within when you're doing this? Do you not like Mondays because you dread that you didn't get enough sleep from the night before? You see what I'm trying to get here? The more you try to think about why you're upset at something, you can easily start to think about 3 more reasons on top of each point of why you could be happy for that. And think about it this way. Let's go back to that first point, and then we're going to get to the second crucial thing where if you stayed this far, don't stay this far, stay this far. This is a great point. Hear me out. If it is the obligations that are making you upset that the next day is Monday, what are you doing? Because whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, we are in a position that we've gone into by the grace of God, by His will, by the decisions we've made, by the decisions other people have made that have impacted us. But we have played a hand into that. So if you're upset, let's start with school, that you're at school, realize that there's value to what you're doing. And you're there because you chose to be there. And if you don't have to be there, because it's really tying you down and it's really crushing you, then you don't have to. But most of the time, it's not really even crushing us. We've just been so caught into this rabbit hole of negative thought that we find a negative just because the negative associations that we have with Monday are memories of us being upset at Monday. You see what I'm saying? And then the other thing is you can change the thought. You can take the initiative to change your position. So change that thought. Think about it. You can here's something you can do. Before you go to bed tonight, just thank God for 3 things you're grateful for. And as the nights go on, try not to say or repeat the same thing. I'm grateful for my mom, for my dad, for my brother that loved me, my cute cat, and good friends, and this great job opportunity, and all of this. And start to appreciate the little things. And here's what, if you stick into this part of the video, I'm going to tell you the secret that no one knows. Maybe someone knows. I just discovered it. Next time you get upset at something, just stop and think, why am I upset about this? Yesterday, I thought I was having a bad day. I just thought for a second, why am I upset? Just that moment of being introspective can lead to a lot of great results and benefits in your life. So I really think that's a great point right there, because we have the power to shape our thoughts. So it doesn't have to be Monday. That could just be a start. But think about the next thing you dread. What else do people dread? Ooh. What do people dread? Okay, let's say you're dreading to take a cold bath, right? Or you're dreading to go do a workout. You've put yourself in the position where that's what you're doing. So make the most out of it. Flip the switch and be appreciative that you are where you are because of God's grace and because of God's grace. And if you're not doing too well, just say a little prayer and be grateful for 3 things. Even in your even in your darkest days, you could be grateful for 3 things. Let's say the thing you're dreading up is waking up early. Why are you waking up early? You got to ask yourself these questions, because if you don't ask yourself questions about yourself, you're going to continue to be tormented by yourself. Ask yourself, why don't I like this? Why don't I like waking up in the morning early? You're going to say, duh, it's because I'm sleepy. So then, what was the advice? Go back and keep being introspective. I don't like waking up early because I'm tired. Now, new question. Why am I tired? Keep going until you find a solution. You'll find out that most of the time, the solution is doable by your own hands. You're tired because you didn't go to sleep early last night. You got tired because your sleep schedule is inconsistent, and on the weekdays, most of you may not know this, but on the weekdays, if you're waking up at 6 a.m., and then on the weekends, if you start waking up at 12 p.m., 2 p.m., that's super bad for your body. So you got to make sure that you're keeping a consistent rhythm. Yeah, in today's episode, let's look, I'll show you this in real life. I'll do the introspective exercise in real life with you right now. Sometimes on some days, you won't be able to do a guest on an episode, but you still got to put that work in and be consistent to the goal you wanted. And then I realized, if I can't land a guest for today, should I be upset about that? No, I should be introspective about that. I should think about why that happened, because of poor planning. So in my personal experience, what this means is I need to plan out the week better. To, let's say, before the next week starts, have a guaranteed date to be doing an episode with somebody and someone else extra as well, so that you have a backup. And then that also makes me think, do I have to be reliant on other people for these episodes to keep on growing? See, the benefit of that if this had not happened, I would have never known that I could sit right here and talk to you just myself. But who knows, maybe this video will flop and it only gets 12 views. I know it's crazy that it has 12 views, right? You should subscribe then, maybe you can make it 13. But yeah, I could just sit here with you and find ways to make the episode longer. Because believe me, I would like to do that, because watch time is king. Show Agent 00 from the Guy Snot Streamer University who taught that lesson. But I could sit here and keep telling you more, but it's getting late where I am too. It's probably going to be late when I upload this the next day on Friday. So I'm going to take my own advice, go to bed, say 3 things I'm grateful for, and hopefully wake up on Saturday and read the comments you guys drop down below on 3 things you're grateful for. If you got to this point in the video, stop, comment down right now 3 things I'm grateful for, but try to be creative. At first, just say 3 things that you're grateful for. Get it off your mind, get it off your chest. And that can also be a mantra as you're going along the day. If you start to feel that saying starts coming into your life with negative thoughts and whatnot, just start saying these thoughts in your head. God is good. I had a great day today. My parents are looking after me. My brother's checking in on me. It's a great day. Shout out, Alex. I love you. Yeah. So before I end this podcast, I'd like to say my answer to my question. If you've been a fan of the podcast, at the end of every episode, I ask each guest, what would you say to the world if you could say your biggest philosophical take and you could only use one word? So today, I'm going to say mine. And subscribe to hear what the person says next week. So what do I want to say to the world in one word? I'm going to need a moment to think about this one. I want to give you guys a truly good answer, not just something off the top of the head. My word of the day is going to be integrate. Now, what do I mean by this? Integrate, by definition, is when, just like a function in coding, for example, Python, you're taking a modularity and you're using it somewhere else. Now, I think the word integrate is very important to me because truly you can make anything happen in your life. Obviously by the grace of God, but also no matter what you're doing, if you want to see change, you can implement that yourself by integrating your thought into the current moment. No matter how absurd it is, there's going to be somewhere down the line where that absurdity that you thought was so unrealistic, so impossible to do, is simply going to be this in a conversation. Hey, did you see what so-and-so did last Tuesday? And they say yes or no, it was amazing. Can you imagine your entire life you would think about this one idea, should I do it, should I do it? And you don't know if it could be real, but it's so real that in the future, people are casually commenting on it like it's something that just passed by in the Economic Times or on 6Buzz. So you could integrate. So I'll give you an example. Say you're writing an essay for your English class and you really want to talk about mangoes. Integrate mangoes into your paper. You can write mangoes in there at least 3 times and find a good way to sound it in. So I say that's the secret. If you're not doing too well in life, gratefully, just integrate those thoughts into your day. So for example, say you love your parents, your brother, and your cat, and that's what you said the night when you went to bed. The next day, you can integrate those thoughts into the day. You can pull all these bits and pieces from your current reality or from a reality that you want to exist into this new timeline. Because no matter how absurd it is, it's eventually just going to be dismissed in a conversation, which means it's real. If I got an episode with an animated version of Kung Fu Panda, an animated version of Rick and Morty, and then I got, let's say, Albert Einstein, and I got Peter from the Bible and so, what? It's going to be crazy for 2 seconds. But then people are going to realize nothing. They're just going to go watch that and they're going to go on with the rest of their day. So integrate at least one thing you want to into your day. Integrate one thing into what you're working on, because that truly has the power to shape the rest of your life. It can change it. It's planting a seed, really. So next time you're doing a workout or you're speaking to somebody new that you like and you think can add value to you in your life and you can add value to them, just integrate. If I could tell them one idea, if I could tell them my one word, what would I tell them? And integrate that into that conversation. So if I wanted to talk about integration, what better way to start that video by talking about how people should value having good sleep and being grateful for Mondays.